Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy.
My name is Casey.
And we will be presenting our next episode of Banghead Financial. So, what's going on this week? Not particularly a whole lot. I was incorrect last week. The FOMC report comes out on the 15th of June. I thought it came out on the 8th. So we're going to have to wait another week. More than likely, they're probably just going to hike interest rates up another 50 basis points. But we will know that for certain next week. So what's going on this week? The European Central Bank has decided to raise their interest rates 25 basis points for the first time in 11 years.
So what happened on that 11 years ago that they had to do that?
That was around about a little after the whole housing thing. Yeah, I was trying to remember.
I want to know how that affected Europe. That was like an American thing. Were they just doing the same type of thing in Europe?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, anytime one of these wealthy bankers kind of figures out a way to skirt the system and make themselves a lot of money,
everybody follows.
They brag about it. That's the first thing they do, is they brag about it to other people that are in the same industry. So, I mean, yes, obviously there's probably similar stuff going on, across the pond, as they say.
Right.
So, on top of that, I mean, that's significant because they are also seeing a higher degree of inflation than we are seeing here in the United States. On paper, anyway.
Right.
Whether or not it's, accurate or not. I mean, that's a whole other thing, because I always say that the CPI data is, manipulated and skewed when it comes out. So.
Right.
They can tell you, 8% or whatever all day long, but realistically, everyone out there who is making a purchase at a store, a supermarket, or a gas pump also, kind of understands what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's getting bad.
So, this also, and I'm seeing this term flow around a lot, more so in the past couple weeks. Stagflation.
Alright.
So, I mean, I have heard the term before, but I never actually took the time to actually care about what it actually meant or was referring to.
So what defines stagflation?
Okay, stagflation is basically when, the economy is in a downtrend, as in, negative production of, gross domestic product, GDP, while you are experiencing high rates of inflation.
Okay.
So that's where the term actually comes from, technically.
Okay.
Now, what does that mean? Okay, so basically the economy's going one way and inflation's going another way. So there is a huger or a larger gap in, like price points and everything because of inflation. Prices are going up. Meanwhile, there's less, money and products and everything being produced. So basically, that would actually, in my mind, now I'm obviously not an economist, but in my mind, be a more accurate kind of way to determine, where we are at, as in a fiscal state for the entire country. Because, I mean, like I said, you get the inflation numbers, it's 8%, and, the GDP numbers are, down around, 2%. So, that right there is a 10% gap.
Gotcha.
That's, well, I mean, still not quite actually as, the number where I think inflation is, but I assess that as a more accurate depiction than what we're being told. So that basically is what stagflation is.
It's not good.
It's not good. No. Anytime that term gets thrown out, yes, we are all in trouble. And apparently that's like one of the more less used, terms. Just because, I mean, well, first of all, it's kind of terrifying to, just see that, as a headline.
Right.
So, I mean, if that gets thrown out there, it's should be, taken seriously. In my opinion.
It's definitely, we're definitely in rough seas at the moment.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say? Times are tough. I mean, I think gas hit like over $5 national average.
Right. It was $4.99 last time I filled up down the street here.
Me too. Yesterday, $4.99 a gallon.
I think they're just trying to keep making it not look so bad when it's $4.99 rather than $5 on the flat.
Well, actually, do you know that it's 4.9999?
Yeah.
Not just $4.99. It's actually basically $5.
Right.
It's like 100th or 1,000th of a penny off of being actually $5.
Anytime I see like 4.9 or anything, you know what I mean? I've already rounded it up in my head. I don't think most people do that. I think they just see the first number and they don't pay attention to the rest of it. But it's definitely $5.
Yeah, it's $5 a gallon.
What's a penny, anyways?
Yeah, I mean, times are tough, so I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to tell you.
There you go. You heard it here first. We have no answers.
No, none. Good. Thanks for watching and getting absolutely no help whatsoever.
Like I said, I'm not an economist.
Right.
I mean, if I had some sort of like broader understanding of how in particular I would assume global markets and everything,
right.
All work together, maybe I'd have an answer, but I just don't.
I mean, but my answer is that we need an uptick in energy production, and that's my only real answer is that I know why all of this is happening. It is because we've slowed. Well, first of all, because of the lockdown, and a lot of people were suffering, and they were just printing money off. And then the second one was because when Biden administration came in, they slowed down the production of American fuels, of the way we create fuel to fuel our own and export our fuels to other places.
Yeah, our own energy product.
Right.
We'll say. And
that is why all of this is happening.
Yeah, but either way, that is the situation we have been thrust into. We'll just go ahead and end this episode there. Once again, another depressing week. Sucks.
Thank you for make me want to kick myself in my own balls.
As soon as we hit the stop button, I can do that for you.
No thanks.
It'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm of course Gregor Guy.
My name is Casey.
And thank you for watching this episode of Baghead Financial, and we will see you next week. Hopefully with better news.